Oh, delicious people. So another delicious person. One of the advantages of getting older is you can have really old friends. So the next person and the last person for this session, who will take you out. I won't get back up here because the session, what she's going to do is do a little inner work with you, not just telling you about her trip, but actually inviting you into one. And then she will send you out for the break. Will we take a half-hour break, or are we going to make it shorter because of how shorter? All right, so after this is over, I will not be back. Whatever time it is, let's think about it for 20 minutes, and then we'll come and yell at you on the outside. But this is just by way of a little bit of introduction, Josie Kelly is a therapist. She's been doing it for 30 years, and she's absolutely one of my top favorite people in the world. Whenever I would ever have a problem, you know, not to go and get professional help, but gosh, whatever. Josie! I've done that many times over the years, so I give you with great pleasure my good friend, Josie Kelly.
Oh, thank you, Dan. Thank you. Thank you. I want to say from the bottom of my heart, it's a real honor to be here with all of you. And a pleasure to be able to share a topic that's very important to me, that I'm passionate about. And it's a different kind of paradigm shift. It's a shift from the future and the past to the present. And it's called mindfulness. And it's a key ingredient to a change in consciousness and a new paradigm, because this kind of awareness allows us to use stillness as a place to move from. And then we can be more authentic within ourselves, and it builds the capacity for us to be more present with each other. So mindfulness supports inner connection and interconnection. So we're going to do that today together. And before we start, I'd like to let you know a little bit about what I mean by mindfulness. It's an ancient technique. The lineage goes back thousands of years. Meditation technique. And in the last half a century, many spiritual leaders have brought it to the West. But in the last decade, modern science has caught up with the ancient technique, and we're beginning to prove all the benefits of mindfulness for the first time. And there are many. They're coming up with new ones all the time. So one of the main benefits is a major stress reducer, reducing stress. So that has enabled it to infiltrate the culture quite nicely, because we all need stress reduction. Improves focus, improves memory, lowers cortisol. So one of my favorite definition, I'd say, of mindfulness is a curious awareness and observation of our moment-to-moment experience without judgment or emotional reaction. So why do we want to do this? It's not easy. Why would we want to observe our moment-to-moment state? Well, even though today is more about experience than science, touchy subject, scientific research has proven that patients and people who practice mindful meditation get more control over symptoms of depression, anxiety, chronic pain, and stress. So how does it do that? How does it help to alleviate all these conditions? Because in all of these conditions, our attention is preoccupied and consumed with negative preoccupation, thoughts, worries. So mindfulness allows us to observe these negative preoccupations and then let go and move on. So it's a tool to create a non-fixated state of being, not attaching to stories and desires and beliefs and patterns that run us and keep us stuck. So tensions and stress and addictions and fixations push and pull us. Mindfulness brings us to the present. And in the present, we have the capacity for insight and self-awareness and creativity and intuition and compassion. And we also create a resting brain. And a resting brain lays the foundation for a changing brain. So we're going to do this together. Aren't you excited? Okay, so it's less than 10 minutes, and I'm going to talk you through it. And I'd like us to sit as so, with our feet flat on the ground, maybe hip-width apart. Please try to sit erect, don't slump, but don't use effort to do so. And you can place your hands loosely clasped or on your thighs, wherever they're comfortable. We're also going to do a brief body scan, which regulates our attention in a different kind of way. I'm going to ring the chime to enter the meditation and to exit the meditation. And I'd prefer that you close your eyes, but if you'd like to leave them open, that's fine. Just shift them down at about a 45-degree angle. And you will hear sounds. Let them pass. And we'll begin. Is everybody ready? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Allow yourself to focus naturally and effortlessly on your breath. Feel the sensation of your breath as it moves through your body. Feel it move through your abdomen, your rib cage, and your nostrils. You may choose to say in on the in-breath silently to yourself and out on the out-breath as a way to focus. Or simply focus on your abdomen as it moves with your breath. Allow sounds to come and go, let them pass. Allow your thoughts to come and go, let them pass. Come back to the breath. And when you're aware that you weren't aware, you're being mindful. Gently bring yourself back to your breath. We're going to do a body scan. So bring your awareness into your feet and notice, is there a sensation in your feet? Is it a temperature? Is it a feeling, a tension? Notice and let go. And move your attention up through your ankles into your calves. Observing and letting go. Moving up through the knees into the thighs. Observe, is there a sensation or is there a holding? Release and move up to the buttocks, lower back, mid-back, upper back and shoulders. Observe the sensation, let it go. Release any holding. Take your awareness down your arms to your hands. Moving back up to the shoulders. Moving to the neck, observe, release. Across the scalp, down the forehead, to the jaw, observe and release, to the throat, the chest, and the abdomen. Focus on your breath and your abdomen as it moves with the breath. Soften and allow the moment to be enough. And in a moment, we're going to conclude our meditation. And when I ring the chime, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes. And when you do, I'd like for you to open your eyes and focus on an object 5 to 10 feet in front of you. Slowly open your eyes. And allow yourself to focus on an object and notice when you do, if your energy leaves, and call it back in. Maintain your focus, but call that presence back in and that contact with the breath. So you're balancing the internal and the external. You're balancing being and doing. And as you shift your gaze naturally now, remember this awareness inside and the balance that occurs. And we all spent time together just now, being in the moment. And perhaps we didn't notice how rich the moment is because we usually race right past it. So one really important aspect is slowing down. Slowing down so that we can stay connected with our breath and our presence. Mindfulness is a meditation technique, but it's also an awareness that we can take with us moment to moment wherever we go. So now we're going on a break. And when you hear break, see if you jumped ahead to the future, come right back, and remember as you're slowly looking at each other and gathering your belongings and being together to keep this place sacred. Don't throw it away. It's sacred. It's important. And remember that the pause is as important as the action, and that peace begins within each one of us and is cultivated by the breath. Namaste.